welcome. It's a Monday morning here in South Africa, and welcome to another daily Yarn Advent live chat here on YouTube on my Made by Jalene channel. And it's a public holiday today in South Africa. And so how awesome is that? I'm very, very happy and excited to have a special day off. Susanna says, hello, Jalene, and all in the chat. I'm having internet issues, so going to reset or using phone data instead. Rather try resetting. We will be here. We will not go anywhere. I also had to restart my one computer because it was not bringing me joy. So let me just quickly log in there. Sylvia says, hello. Hello, Sylvia. Hello, Matilde. How are we all doing? Are we all well? I'm excited to show you beautiful yarns and talk about amazing patterns and just have a great time. All right, let's see if this, okay, it's still starting up on this side. All right, let me know what you are working on. What project are you busy with? If you have something to drink or eat, maybe, let me know. We're going to have hot dogs a little bit later. And my intention was to actually get into the shower prior to this. There was no time. We were stuck at the shops, and I didn't get to do my shower prior to coming onto the live. So you're getting not a totally clean Jalene at this current stage. Hello, Anita. Hello, Edith. You know me. Can you guess what's in here? And I'm having a glass of water. So, you know, if you've watched my other daily chats, you will know that what's in here. It's so predictable. Let me restore this side, and so that I can get to the channel and see if everything is working. Drinking water and gonna make popcorn just now. Oh, that sounds lovely. I was house cleaning this morning. Oh yes, good. My husband just made me a lovely cappuccino. Oh, that is awesome, Matilde. I'm drinking Sprite Zero and carrot cake. Oh my word, Anita, that carrot cake sounds amazing. Amazing. Okay, you can see. Well, I'm sure everything is working because you're talking to me. So I don't need to do that, right? I don't need to verify. Let me see, is this on silent? Yes, it's on silent. And yes, there I can see everything is working. I'm just booting the side up so that if this one is not behaving well, then I can go to this comments over the Almarie says, hello. Hi, everybody, for a little while. Oh, lovely to have you, Almarie. Hello. Hello, Maggie. I'm going to make this top Kentia. It's a free pattern. Oh, wow. That is super cool. All right, so let's dive into the advents, shall we? All right, so normally I show you the Naughty Habit one. So this was yesterday's advent stripe. Let me just see myself. There we go. 1, 2, 3, up until 15 yesterday. So let's see what is the 15th color. No, the 16th color. Wow, it's a beautiful. What is it? What should it be? It's a green. It's pretty, right? Love it. All right, so there we got green. And let me show you. What it looks like when it is knitted. This tube is getting longer and longer. The only thing that I need to establish, right? I know how to do afterthought things and cut into the rows. That I don't have a problem with. But sizing of my foot, that is tickling me. So I'm busy doing research on that. So to be able to know, okay, that is the total length of the sock, but where do I cut in my heel when I'm done with my toes, for instance? That is my question. So I'm busy figuring that out. I don't think it's not rocket science at all. But that's what I'm currently busy figuring out. All right, so Matilde, I'm not 100% sure. Let me just get my mind. It's definitely a repeat. It is definitely a repeat. I figured it out. I could establish the pattern. So let me show you. Okay, wait. Sylvia says, I'm knitting on Colorwork KAL and drinking water. We had a scorcher of a day, 40 degrees Celsius. Oh my goodness, Sylvia. And I saw your Colorwork on your Instagram. It's beautiful. You're doing so well. Hello, Rosemary. Almarie says, great to see you. My family arrived. Enjoy. Oh, enjoy the time with your family. And then Matilde asked, are all the stripes unique or do any of them repeat? So I could quite fairly quickly establish a pattern here. So this is like a dark gray. Wait, let me just see myself again. This is like a very dark gray, right? Then it's going to a purple, like a dark pink. So this is a soft purple, dark pink, soft teal. I don't know if that is what you can call this. This is like a bluish color. Then it's a lighter green than this one. And then the purple becomes darker. The pink becomes lighter. This teal color becomes darker. And this blue becomes also like, I would assume, I'm not 100% sure about the blue. But this is blue and this is blue. Then the green here is very lighter. It's a darker purple from this to this. The pink is becoming lighter. This teal is becoming, I would say, darker. And then this blue is becoming lighter. And then this green is darker again. So there's some sort of patterning going on here, a pattern set. But let's see what the other colors will entail. That would be quite interesting to see. That's so clever and pretty. I like it. Yes, me too. I love it a lot, really. Really like it. All right, so that's that one done. I can now knit the other sock, I think, while we're talking. And then let's have a look on felt fibers, what that is all about. So let me quickly remind you. Let me just move my coffee, my iced coffee. Where is day 15? This was day 15. This was day 15. Right. So let's have a look at what is day 16. Oh, oh, wow. This is pretty. Oh, and there's something extra in here. Darjeeling tea. I've never heard about this tea. Delicate aromatic single region tea. Darjeeling tea is, do I even say it right? I really do not know. Right. Interesting. Okay, so let me show you the yarn. It is really, really pretty. So this was yesterday's yarn, and this is today's yarn. I really love this new colorway. Oh my word, it's pretty. Love it, love it, love it. What do we think? What do we think? So let me just mark my colors. 16, 16. Okay, I'll write on this. This is from the book Paradise Lost by John Milton. Solitude sometimes is best society. Oh, isn't this so true? It's so true, right? Sometimes it's the best to be in solitude and be alone and think about things, and sometimes it's the best. So I just love this color. This is truly pretty. So, so, so beautiful. There we go. All right, so that is felt fibers. Then just to recap on Esther's Yarn Creations, the first day was this beautiful maroon colorway, like a red, no, not maroon, like a red maroon, I would say, more red maybe. And then yesterday was this beautiful mustardy golden color. So I'm guessing we are doing green today. That's my guess. But let's see what is going to happen. So I'm taking it out of this beautiful bag that came with the advent. Day 3. Go. Something happened. Carla says hello. Hello, Jalene. Hello, Carla. She says hello, Jalene and all. I'm just making coffee with my tiny mince pie again. To go with my tiny mince pie. Oh, I should have brought a tiny mince pie with me, but I didn't. That makes me sad. What's happening? There we go. I didn't bring one. I should have brought one. I haven't had my tiny mince pie for today. All right, for day 3, Lynn, hello, Lynn. She says, "Ooh, that's a really nice color." I agree. Rosemary says, "Oh my word, the felt fibers minis is gorgeous." Edith says, "Nice, very colorful." Yarn, Carla says, "That yarn is beautiful." Okay, so we did not even come close to the correct guess of this color. I'm really actually, I would not have guessed this color at all. Carla says solitude is the best, especially with some yarn thrown in. That is true. And then says, I live my best life when it's me, my yarn, and of course my loved ones. I'm telling you, it's just wonderful to know that we are in our house with our animals, just me, my husband and daughter, with my yarn and all the things we love, having food to eat and have each other. That brings me the most joy, honestly. So I cannot agree with you anymore, and just more. All right, so look at this color. Are you ready? Because my guess was green or navy blue, and it's not one of these colors. It's like a brown. It's so interesting. I would not have guessed it. So there we go. So would my guess be tomorrow like a green? This is so interesting to me. There's like no guessing what's to come. But this is really, really pretty. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I cannot wait to do a colorwork sweater with this. It's going to be gorgeous. Lynn says those 3 colors together are stunning. Anita says mushroom color I like. Yes, I think it's almost like a mushroom color. That's a very true word for this. Maybe not a brown, more like a mushroom color. It's really pretty. She says she likes it. I like it too. I like it too. It's really, really gorgeous. All right, so that is all the advents. We really went quick with these ones, right? Didn't we? So I was knitting a bit this morning. So enjoyable. My daughter was watching Spy. It is a comedy from Melissa McCarthy. That was quite fun. So I was sitting with her while she watched that. And I was able to knit a bit on my Hidden Gem shawl. So let me show you the progress there. I absolutely love this. Let me see. There we go. So I would say I'm almost done with this. Is it the 5th color? 1, 2, 3, but yes, the 5th color. I'm almost done with this color. Very soon I will be going into the new color, which is this color. I think it's this color. So I'm very excited because yes, indeed. Here's the knot actually. So I'm basically done with this color, going into the new color. And oh my word, Love this. Love the progress on this. It's a great knit. Very relaxed knit. Really, really love it a lot. Alrighty, so I'm going to grab my sock and knit on my socks, and then we can have a little bit of a chat before we dive into patterns. I've got 4 patterns to show you today. I really appreciate you sending me your recommendations or your ideas. That is truly nice. So I'm going to be sharing my 2 patterns and then 2 other patterns that was also shared with me at some point. Let me go to the comments. Yeah, Anita says tomorrow's could be a dark moss green. That is exactly what I was going for today. So my guess again is a dark mossy green. And so let's see if we are correct for tomorrow. Let's see. Matilde says, oh, that's beautiful. I love the size and the drape. You know me. I love a good drape and a soft and not a stiff fabric. So I agree. I love the drape of the shawl. I think it's going to become also one of the favorites in my shawl selection that I have. And because there's some of the shawls that I just don't really wear. And one of them, even though I love, I'm very proud of how I made the shawl and the construction and the techniques that I've learned. One of them is twist and turns. The twist and turns shawl, I just don't wear that often. It's one of the shawls that I don't really wear a lot. And so I like a big shawl. I like it to almost be like a wrap. It's like multi-purpose. I can even use it as a lap throw, when it's wintertime and I'm watching TV, I want to throw something over my knees. It can work for that. So a big shawl for me works really well because I can multi-purpose it in different ways. And so the small, narrow shawl, almost like a scarf, it's just not me at this current stage. And maybe in future it will change. Maybe in 2 years' time, I'm going to be loving scarves because that's what I actually used to love. I used to love a lot of scarves. And now I'm not into scarves anymore. And then there was a time where I really loved a lot of cowls. And then last year, I just couldn't deal, even in wintertime, a lot of fabric in my neck. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and my hormones are starting to change, but I could not do heat in my neck anymore. And even my shawls, I would drape it around my body and not onto my neck. So a big shawl serves me at this current stage just a little bit better. So maybe in 2 years' time, I would love to go back to scarves or, narrow shaped shawls. I don't know. It's interesting how you evolve and change and due to numerous reasons. But yeah, it is what it is. Matilde, what are you currently busy working on? And I know that you've been away. I would assume you are safely back. How was your visit? What is everybody working on? I don't think anyone has told me, except for Maggie that said she's busy with a new design, a new pattern, actually, a free pattern. Katja, I think, did she say? Kentia. That is so cool. It's up. All right. So I was thinking I want to really measure the amount of the size of the tube that I'm creating and see if I can be able to get out of the sock tube maybe 2 pairs of socks, but not like high up legs, maybe 20 rounds of leg at the top of my foot, and then get away doing like a very shorty sock. But yeah, it will be interesting to see if I'll be able to pull it off. If I'm going to pull it off, it will be like I'm playing on the edge. That's what I feel like it's going to happen. Matilda says it was very nice, thanks. And I'm trying to finish my boneyard shawl. Oh, that is Stephen West's first shawl. And that's wonderful, Matilda. Anita says she's working on her husband's socks. Oh, he loves her socks. Matilda says, I discovered that my gauge is smaller than the patterns, so I have more repeats than expected. Oh, you know, if your gauge is so much smaller, I would suggest either go up a needle size, maybe. It's interesting how we're all different. We had this discussion relatively early in one of the daily lives chats because of these socks. And it's interesting. I am able to, so I'm using a 2.25 millimeter 9-inch circular needle. And Almery is the same, 2.25 9-inch circular. I can't remember if she's English style knitting or continental. So I'm a continental knitter. I think she's English style. She gets 10 to 11 rounds on a color stripe. I am getting 9 rounds. So it's interesting how you're like more of a, not a, what do you say, a tight knitter, and I'm more like a relaxed fabric knitter. And we're using the same tools. Okay, I'm continental, she's English style knitter, but your gauge is just different. And that is why it is important to swatch, especially if you're making sweaters. And so to be able to then either downsize or upsize needles to be able to get the correct size of what the fabric is asking for so that your sizing for your sweater will work out. Matilda says, I want to finish it as soon because I want to start for a baby blanket for a new nephew. Oh, wow. Congratulations. That is so awesome. Yes, I should definitely start to go up a needle size by default. You would, if you knit a lot of patterns and you also get used to a designer. So I know that with Stephen West, when I do his shawls, when he calls for a 3.5, I can use a 3.5. We get the same gauge. So when you do a designer often and you get used to that, what they put out, you at some point, I'm not saying do this every time. You still probably need to gauge swatch, but most often than not, you'll be able to get away maybe not swatching if you normally match up to the designer's gauge with previous projects. I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying it's a possibility. I've seen that with my Stephen West patterns. And, normally also when you knit a lot and you have a lot of projects to go back to as records that can give you a lot of information about your gauge and so forth, then you can fairly quickly get to know your work and know that you probably always have to, let me just put my phone on silent. You would probably almost have to, size up or size down on a needle size. So, but it comes with with experience and having a lot of projects so that you have records or information to look back on so that you can make informed decisions if you are maybe not wanting to swatch and play the very dangerous game and be on the risky side of the knitting or the crochet business. So, but yeah, that's why it's important to really keep tabs on your projects. Write down, if you don't have a Ravelry page doing all the, where you can dot down all the things, like you use this yarn, you use this needles, what was your gauge on this project. If you don't have a Ravelry page, I would highly suggest you keep a journal book where you keep this information, because you can go look back, you are able to look back on the information, and the information can give you a lot of, tips and tricks and information to use in the future, so you can see your trends very easily. And so I highly recommend you keeping your information like that, because with a lot of projects that you've done from different designers or even from one designer, you can quickly establish what you need to do with your needle sizes. Yes, that makes a lot of sense, Matilda. Alrighty. So I don't know, is that the tip of the day? We don't even really have a tip of the day, but that could be the tip for today. Alrighty. I actually switched out my needles yesterday because I was using, and I love these needles. It's not a problem at all. I've got 9-inch shy goose, which I was gifted by a friend. They are lovely, 2.25, which I love. It's so lovely to have extra because if you want to do extra socks, you're able to be covered. So I use them a lot. But with me sitting and knitting and trying to not look at my work, I felt these needles are a little bit more sharp than, for instance, my Knit Pro 9-inch symphony needles. And when I am sitting and I'm stalking like this and knitting, I don't have to with my Knit Pros. It feels like I'm not splitting sometimes my yarn, whereas it's easier to without those sharp needles. Maybe just don't put I don't put my needle at the right space. I don't know why, but it's just easier for me to knit when I am sitting and knitting and talking with my Knit Pro Symphony 9-inch circulars. So the one sock tube is on a 9-inch from Knit Pro Symphonies. And so yesterday I switched it out and having both of them now on Knit Pro's Symphony 2.25 9-inch circular needles. So this other needle of mine is just lying here on my table waiting for another sock project. So, which I hope will be soon. Alrighty, are you excited to see the patterns we have for today? Let me take a sip of my coffee. Oh, and does any one of you know anything about this tea? Because it's the first time I saw this tea. Darjeeling tea. Has any one of you ever drank this? This is so interesting. And it doesn't tell us anything about the tea. I would like to know more about this tea. I've never heard about it. Anyway, all right, so let me show you the patterns I have for today. All right, let me get it ready. Share my screen. There we go. Sure. Tra-la-la. All right, so the first pattern I'm showing you is a knitting pattern. Again, from Jackie Verbeek. We had a pattern of her yesterday as well. She's really, I think, a great designer, and she loves great colors and funky colors. So I'm drawn a little bit to her. This one is called the Scrap Wrap. So this one is perfect for your advents, your scrappy leftover yarns, self-striping yarns, whatever your heart desires, it will work. She published this in January 2024, and it's calling for a fingering weight yarn using a 3.75 millimeter knitting needle, and it's only one size. It's a free pattern download, and we love that, don't we? So use up your scraps and minis to make this simple and fun wrap using the half fisherman's rib stitch. This whole pattern is literally 2 rows repeated throughout. It is free, so download for more information on how I blended the colors and what yarns I used. The pattern is very easy to modify. To make it smaller, so meaning less wide, reduce your cast on stitches to a smaller odd number. Just remember, you will need to knit more rows of the pattern to use up your mini skein if you do this. And I just love it. Look at this. It's so pretty. Look at that. I think it's really a squishy type of, feel. I think it's really gorgeous and very versatile. It's a big project. It's a big wrap, which I love, like I said before. And so yes, perfect for all your mini skeins. or your advent, or whatever your heart desires. So that is the one pattern. What do you think of that? Dit is my volgende naalde wat ek wil vir my graag wil kry vir die kouse, says Maggie. So she wants to get 9-inch circulars. I would assume that Pro Symphonies to be used for socks. Arthur Bales is a great place to look for Knit Pro needles, Maggie. I can highly recommend them. They are very good with their prices. And so if you want to do Knit Pro stuff, I would, it's just a suggestion. There's other places as well that you can look at, but Arthur Bales is my first choice, looking at Knit Pro needles, knitting needles. Rosemary says, it's a Sri Lanka tea. I've had some of it before, but not that one. Oh, wow, Sri Lanka. That's interesting. Wow. That's so interesting. The scrap wrap looks pretty, says Rosemary. Yeah, it's indeed beautiful. I also love it. It's truly beautiful. Anita says, yes, it's a nice big wrap. Yes, absolutely beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's have a look at the second pattern that I can show you. This one is really pretty. I am so excited about this crochet pattern. Let me share it with you. There we go. It is the Quiet Magic Advent Wrap by Anne Thubron. Thubron by Anne. She's asking, so this was published in December 2022. She's asking for, or she's suggesting a deco weight yarn. Now remember, if you have fingering weight scraps, you can definitely do 2 yarns together. It will be a beautiful mold effect. And she's using a hook size 5 millimeters. That is quite nice for your deco weight yarn. Oh, the excitement of opening a yarn advent calendar. But what to make with all of that beautiful yarn? Crochet this rectangular wrap to keep warm on cooler days or to cozy up around the house, around your house. Easy to throw on around your shoulders, or it can double up as a warm scarf. Perfect for intermediate crocheters, looking for an interesting project, or very confident beginners. Learn how to crochet the moss stitch corner to corner for diagonal stripes and a beautiful on the bias drape. Now, let me tell you, my favorite crochet stitch is the moss stitch, or otherwise also called as the linen stitch. So, hence I'm saying I love this project. For the ombre effect in the pattern photos, an advent dyed in a fade is best. However, any color combination would be fun, and this is an excellent pattern for using up odds and ends of scrap yarn. So what you can do, where this is calling for deco weight yarn, is you can have one color throughout that is a running constant color, and then you can change your scrap yarn, your leftover yarns, your little mini skeins, your advents, and let it drape like that. So it will almost the same that I'm doing, exactly the same basically, that I'm doing in my Hidden Gems shawl, where I'm having an undyed lace yarn. I'm holding it together with my advent from felt fibers, and thus it's creating a beautiful look where it's like bringing all the colors together, so that you can do something like that, for instance. So let's have a look at the beautiful Quiet Magic Advent wrap. Look at that. Oh my goodness, I love a good moss stitch. Oh, it's my best. I love the fabric that it creates. It's so beautiful. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? Oh, love the moss stitch. Love, love, love the moss stitch. And I love that she's having it on the bias, you know, the diagonal stripes, but like offset. It's so pretty. Look at that beautiful moss stitch. Love it, love it, love it. I really love this pattern. What do you think? What is your favorite crochet stitch? Let me know. Rosemary says the scrappy wrap looks pretty. Anita says it's a nice big wrap. Yes. Maggie asks, can you maybe link stuur asseblief? So all the pattern links, the two that I just shown, is in the description below. Maggie, are you on the general group? Because then I can maybe also share it there, but it's in the description below of this video. Both these patterns I've shown you is in the description. The next two that I will show you is unfortunately not in this description, but those two are in the description. Alrighty. Another sip of nice iced coffee. Yummy. I am so sad to report that we didn't have any rain yesterday. The wind totally blew away the rain. It makes me so sad because it's so dry. And they are saying that it will rain from 1 o'clock. Let me just see what the weather is saying. Yes, and I am so skeptic. And I just hope that we will have some rain because we desperately need some rain. So I'm holding all my thumbs and all my toes and all my fingers like this and hope and pray that we have some rain. I will report back tomorrow. But I was so sad yesterday when they said there will be rain and there was no rain. The clouds were beautiful, but it was like, whee, just passed. Oh, vir die naalde ook. She wants the, all right, Maggie, please remind me on the general group. I'll do that. I'll send you the Arthur Bales link. Matilda says, I love mesh and berry combinations in crochet. Yes, but I'm also a big fan of moss. Oh, yes. Such a big fan of the moss stitch. Yeah, so please let me know which is your favorite crochet stitch. I would love to know. Judith! Oh, Judith, I haven't seen you in a while. She's also from Australia. Hello, Judith. How are you? Are you doing well? She says, hello from down under, sweltering in the heat here. Yes, Sylvia just said that it was like 40 degrees. It's horrible. Just so that you're having an Advent chat. See you in January. Yay! Judith, it would be lovely to see you. I hope you're well. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, Judith is so cool. She's such an awesome person. All right, Rosemary says, I love the Quiet Magic Advent wrap. Yes, I love the moss stitch too. You see, the colors show off so well. Oh, that's so nice. All right, so I'm having two more patterns to show you. And oh my goodness, I hope I remember who is suggesting that. The first one was a suggestion by Carla. Let me just get it ready. And this is like the perfect pattern for me. And you would know why I say that when I show you, because you will know why I say that. So this is the Catvint sweater. In fact, this designer has a Catvint cowl and a Catvint socks or cowl also in this patterning. And isn't this so cool? The Catvint sweater by Marna. It's so pretty. In November 2021, it was published. It's a DK weight yarn and 4.5 millimeter knitting needles. And can you understand why I love this pattern? It's having cat in the name there. It's 8 pounds. It's designed for Advent calendars, although it's just as happy hoovering up your scraps pile. It's knit in a deco weight yarn, which means it's reasonably a speedy knit. For top-down catty colorwork knit with drop sleeves and lots of options for customization. Make it your own. This Catvin sweater comes in 7 sizes, and there are 3 lengths to choose from. You can do a cropped, a regular, or long for a butt covering look. And there are also 4 necklines, which I really like that is options there. A cowl neck, a turtleneck, a boat neck, or a crew neck. And you are even having the option to do steeking in this pattern. So how cool is that? To make it a cardigan. There we go. So let me show you. I think this is so cool, Carla. Thank you for the suggestion. Look at that. It's so pretty. I love the drop shoulder look. It's something that I actually still want to. I want to have a sweater like that in my wardrobe where I have a drop shoulder. I want to see how it actually really fits me, and if it's a how do you like a elegant look for me or not. Will it fit my body? Will it not fit my body? But I mean, you had me at cat, right? That is so awesome. Look at that. Oh, those beautiful hearts. It's so pretty. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So there is the 4 different neck options. I like that it's so versatile and there's so many options, even including steeking. That is really cool. So I love this. Maybe I must do this as a steeking project in the future. Don't you think? So that is the pattern. So Carla, thank you so very much for sharing this great pattern idea with us. I want to quickly look and see if I can just get my ducks in a row and just see Catherine patterns here. Here she's got it. Let me, the Catherine patterns. Oh, she's into, okay, let me show you. I need to share my screen again. Look at this. This is all her cat vint projects. She's got a cat vint wrap. She's got a catty carousel cardigan, cat venture. She's got the slip. Oh, so this is all her advent projects, it would seem. I'm not 100% sure. I'm stand to be corrected. Polka cat's mittens. She's got the cowl, polka cat's cowl. That kaleidoscope, kaleido catty advent blanket, it looks like. Polka cat's mitts, the catwind cat sock, the catwind sweater, and then the catwind towel. Love it. I love the catwind reading of it. That is so cool. All right, and then I want to quickly just search for the next pattern that I want to show you. I didn't have the link ready. Let me just quickly get it. There it is. I'll have to search for it. Let me look for it. And there it is. Oh my word. Okay, so I'm going to show you this just now. Let me look at the comments. Judith says, I'm well, haven't been on YouTube for a while. Oh, you know, that sounds like me, Judith. I haven't been on YouTube, I would say, from September month on, except for the weekly lives I'm hosting. I don't get to watch YouTube. I was too busy. And sometimes it's fine too. Too much work. I'm visiting Bloemfontein beginning of January. Oh, I cannot wait to see you, Judith. It would be so lovely to see you and to spend time with you. It always is. Oh, I'll cross my fingers for rain. Thank you. Cat and Heart's cute sweater, right? I mean cross. Yesterday I was so good with correcting when people are writing and they're making mistake. I was just easily correcting. It's not my forte today, it seems. I mean cross. I crossed my fingers for rain. Oh, thanks, Judith. All right, so let me show you the other pattern I have, which is also really, truly lovely. Carla says, pleasure I saw and I just thought of you. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. I think next year is going to be a lot of sweater knitting. I have such a big list of things that I want to knit for sweaters. And I'm really excited. I don't think I'll be able to do all of that next year, but you know, we have so long lists and we just hope that we will be able to do it before we are not on this earth anymore. All right, let me show you the next pattern. This was a suggestion by Anita. And this is a lovely, lovely suggestion as well. And with all the patterns that we have that I'm sharing, you know, all these patterns lends itself not only to patterns, but definitely to leftover yarns, your scrappies, your mini skeins, all those teeny tiny little yarn that you have left over. All of these patterns will work beautifully with that. So this is the Garti Gardi by Anna. It was published in April 2023. She's using fingering plus fingering weight together to get a worsted weight yarn. She's using a 3.5 millimeter needle as well as a 4.5 millimeter needle. And this is 12 Canadian dollars, I think. Am I correct? The construction is, this is an oversized dropped shoulder cardigan, and it's designed to use up all your scraps, your leftover yarns, your mini skeins, holding your fingering weight yarns double in all kinds of colors. There are helpful tips on how to organize your yarn colors in the second digital file labeled appendix. It is worked from the top down, with both fronts and back worked simultaneously through a heavily modified version of the coconuts and ziggurat method. I don't know those two methods, but coconuts, it's on YouTube, I believe, as well as I would assume ziggurat as well. It begins at the back neck, then it increases rapidly at 4 points, similar to a raglan yoke, to create sloped, dropped shoulders. While the dropped shoulders are shaped, the right and left fronts are also increased at their front edges to create a V-neck. The back and two fronts are worked separately to form the armholes and then joined again for the body. The slim-fitting sleeves balance the oversized body and are worked in the round in stockinette. The white collar, hem, and cuff are in one color brioche. That is so cool. And worked flat, holding only one yarn strand. But a more simple ribbing option, holding two yarns together, is provided. Finally, the instructions are given for optional afterthought pockets, and you can learn more about this pattern construction in the YouTube video. So there's even a tutorial on YouTube to assist you with putting the pattern together. All right, so now she's talking about how to choose your size and the yarn. And you can even do untreated heavy lace or light fingering weight. For the sample shown, only leftovers and scraps were used, except that etchings were worked in Sassy String Yarn Studio. It's all 75-25, so meaning 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon. How cool is that? All right, so let me show you the design. This is truly, truly, truly beautiful. Look at that. This is a great project for your leftover yarns or your advent even. I mean, what? It looks so comfortable and so beautiful, and you can play around with marling your yarn so good in this design. Just look at the brioche section there. It's so pretty. I absolutely love it. This looks like this looks like one of those cardigans that will be a staple in your comfortable wardrobe, you know, that you'll just go to. It's your go-to cardigan. It's because it's going to be so comfortable and so lovely and so cozy. So yes, I love this pattern. Thank you, Anita, for suggesting that pattern. I'm going to also put it in my favorites. There we go. There we go, there we go. All right. That is all the patterns I have for you today. So I'm going to continue on knitting on my sock. So those were now 3 knitting patterns and 1 crochet pattern. for all the South Africans on the current live stream, what are you busy with? Are you going to be going out, going to family, going to friends? Are you just resting at home? What is your plan of action for this public holiday? We are just going to stay at home, rest. Tomorrow it's back to work for me. So from tomorrow during the week, the lives will be at 1900 hours South African time, 7 o'clock at night, South African time. And I'm so sad to go back to work. I really love the time at home with my family. And but yeah, I need to be able to work so that I can get a salary so that I'm able to buy yarn. So very important. And so yeah, the YouTube live chat, yarn Advent live chats will now be for the rest of the week up until Friday night. It will be 1900 hours. And then on Saturday morning, it will be at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then on Sundays for the next 2 weeks, it will be, am I correct? No, it's just 1 week left. So it will be Saturday, 10 o'clock in the morning, South African time, and then Sunday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, South African time. And there is, for the rest of the time, it's 1900 hours, except maybe for next week, where the times on Christmas and Christmas Eve will be a little bit, maybe a little bit different. But yeah, it's amazing how time is flying by. I mean, we are halfway through, more than halfway through the Advent time. It's unbelievable how time is flying. Truly, truly, truly. It's going by so quickly. So we have, I think, 10 days left. Is it 10 days? Of these amazing time that I'm able to spend with you here each day on YouTube. Oh, wow. Anita says, thanks, ladies, for the visit. I have to go to a fabric store to buy zippers. Oh, sounds interesting. Enjoy, Anita. She's always busy crafting. She's also, she can sew also beautifully. So I'm sure she's busy with some or other holiday project or Christmas gifts for her family. All right. So we have 8 minutes left, and then we're going to say goodbye. I cannot wait because we are having hot dogs after this, and it's one of my favorite lunch meals, if I can say it like that. I have these fond memories of my childhood during summertime with my mum, and then all my friends in the street will come over to our house. We were always the house where all the children hang out and, you know, spend their time. And then my mom would make us all hot dogs and then Nesquik milk, chocolate milk, cold chocolate milk, chocolate, cold, milky drinks. So when I'm having hot dogs, it truly takes me back to those times. And so hence it's one of my favorite meals, especially during December months where it's so hot. And we would always be around the pool as children. So my mom would come out in the garden, give us all our hot dogs and each our glass of Nesquik. And yeah, so I just, you know, I put this all together, the Nesquik, holiday time, swimming time, hot dogs, and it brings back the most beautiful memories. Maggie says, I'm busy to make the heart on my sweater now. Oh, that's wonderful. Judith says, off to have dinner. Lovely to see you and your enthusiastic chat. See you Saturday. Enjoy your hot dogs. Oh, thanks, Judith. Enjoy your dinner. And I can't wait to see you on Saturday. Have a good time. Have a good week, Judith. Thank you for popping in. It was so good to see you, or to hear you, or to read you. I don't know. How do we say this? How do we to spend time with you? Yeah, so I'm really excited. And I mean, I love a good hot dog, but I have to have tomato sauce as well as mustard sauce on mine. So I'm really excited for my hot dog. It's something that I'm looking forward to, really, honestly. So what are you having for lunch? What is your lunch plans look like? Because that is my lunch. I'm so excited. Truly. All right, you're also quiet in the chat. What is going on? Are you concentrating on your work, on your knitting and your crocheting? What is going on? Everyone is so quiet today. Joy. Yes, tomorrow I'm back to work. I hope it will be a few days of, where it will be not as busy in the office. I really hope and pray that it will be like that. But let's see. It can always go one way, and then it's busy, extremely busy. So I'm preparing myself for busy. And if it's not busy, then that is a good turnout of events, honestly. How many rows have I knitted this far? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm almost should be close to the new color. All right. So I think we can start to say goodbye. And so that you can go on and enjoy the public holiday in South Africa with your loved ones. And enjoy this great extra day that we're giving. Do you buy Vors or is it just Vienna's? I grew up with Vienna's. Sometimes we have boerewors rolls, which is Vors, braaiwors, but I prefer the Vienna's in my hot dog. A hot dog is a Vienna, a boerewors is a Vors. in my eyes. So if I'm saying I'm craving Vienna's or I'm craving hot dogs, then boerewors doesn't fit the deal for me. I need to have Vienna's. And but if I'm craving boerewors rolls, then it's like boerewors with onion, beautifully fried onion, saucy things. Then that is what so it's two different things for me in totality, like totally different. Edith says they are braaiing. I enjoy the rest of your rest day. Oh, thanks, Edith. Enjoy your braai. That is lovely. So yes, Vienna's. The answer is Vienna's. A hot dog equals Vienna's for me. And then a hot dog doesn't get onion. What do you call onion? Onion sauce? No. Smoor. What is smoor in English? Onion. I don't know what is the correct word, but it's like not with onions and your typical tomato onion sauce almost. That is boerewors. Hot dogs comes with tomato sauce and mustard sauce. But that is just me. There's no wrong or right. That is just in my head how it plays out like. All right. Really? Hello, Amelie. Oh, it's lovely seeing you. I hope you're well. Relish, yes. So onion relish on a boerewors roll. Rosemary also says, I love Vienna's. Relish, yes, onion relish. Thank you. You're also very kind to help and assist me with my messed up language. My English is not Englishing today. Oh, I love a good onion relish. Let me tell you. Now, when I'm making pap and onion and tomato relish, I use this one brand called, what is it called? I can't remember now. But I would Zeus the tin up, putting in more chutney and things like that. But oh goodness, an onion tomato relish on pap is just the best for braai. But that is a typical Free State I would say, and Gauteng way of eating. Not Cape Town is not into pap, into the different types of pap, meaning maize meal to use together with your food. So that is a typical South African, um, more free state type of sheba. Yes. Ida says, no, 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 no. I don't eat Viennas at all. It needs to be a cheese griller Russian on a roll. That sounds lovely also. So yes, it's lovely to catch up with you, Jalene. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you. Good luck. I hope the heat goes down a little bit in Australia as well. Yes, I add a bit of chutney, says Rosemary. Sheba. Sounds lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, so let me go and grab my hot dog, which I'm really craving for. You must all have a super duper day. Thank you so very much for taking your time and spending it with me. I really, really appreciate it. Remember to give the video a like while you are watching. And then I'll see you tomorrow, South African time at 7 p.m. Actually, for the next few evenings. Matilda says, Hannah Lurie has a great recipe for tomato relish from scratch on Woolworth's Taste website. Oh, really? That's good to know. Thanks, Matilda. Bye, says Edith. All right, everyone, I'm going to love and leave you. I'll see you tomorrow for another Yarn Advent Unwrapping Bonanza and Pattern Bonanza. And then have a super day with all your loved ones. I hope that it's going to rain here in Bloemfontein. I hope the heat will die down or will like go down in Australia as well. And that rain will come to all the dry areas where it's needed. Much love from Bloemfontein. Mwah. Bye, Matilda. How do I end the stream? Because it's not giving me the option to end my stream. How funny is that? What is happening? I'll have to figure it out quickly. Something is happening. Bye, everyone. Rosemary says, enjoy your public holiday and your hot dogs. Bye, everyone.